Welcome to this episode of the CompTIA Tech Plus Prepcast by baremetalcyber.com. Let's begin. In this glossary deep dive, we will explore a collection of acronyms that you will see on the CompTIA Tech Plus exam. Acronyms are short forms of longer technical terms, and while they may seem overwhelming at first, learning them step by step will make them much easier to remember. Each acronym will be clearly spelled out, explained in everyday language, and connected to how it is used in the world of technology. We will not just list the words, but also explain what they mean, why they are important, and how they fit into the bigger picture of computing, networking, software, and security. For someone just starting out in information technology, this is a great way to build comfort with the language of the field, since these abbreviations come up constantly in conversations, documentation, and on the exam itself. By the end of this session, you will not only recognize the acronyms, but also understand the concepts behind them, giving you both confidence for the test and a stronger foundation for your future learning. Artificial intelligence, or AI, refers to computer systems designed to perform tasks that normally require human thought, such as recognizing patterns, making decisions, or responding to questions. You can see it in everyday life when using voice assistants that answer questions, apps that recommend songs or shows, or chatbots that provide customer service. AI is becoming more common because it can process large amounts of information quickly, making work and daily tasks easier. Advanced RISC machines, or ARM, is a type of processor design that focuses on using fewer instructions so that it can work efficiently and with less power. ARM chips are the reason smartphones and tablets can last so long on battery power compared to larger computers. Because of this efficiency, ARM processors are now being used in laptops and even servers to save energy while still performing well. Blu-ray disc read-only memory, or BD-ROM, is a disk format used for high-definition video or large amounts of data. Unlike a rewritable disk, a BD-ROM can only be read, which makes it perfect for movies, games, and permanent data storage. Blu-ray technology allows much more information to be stored on a disk compared to DVDs, making it useful for large files or professional media distribution. The basic input-output system, or BIOS, is built into the computer's motherboard and runs automatically when you turn the machine on. Its job is to check that the main hardware components are working, and then hand control over to the operating system. Without the BIOS, the computer would not know how to start, so it is one of the most essential low-level programs in a system. Bits per second, or BPS, is a unit of measurement that shows how fast information moves from one place to another. This is often used to describe internet speeds or file transfer rates, and higher numbers mean faster performance. For example, a connection that can handle millions of bits per second will allow videos to stream smoothly, while slower speeds may cause buffering or delays. Computer-aided design, or CAD, is software that allows engineers, architects, and designers to create detailed drawings and models. Instead of drawing plans on paper, professionals use CAD to design products like cars, machines, or buildings in a digital format. This not only saves time, but also makes it possible to test designs on screen before making real prototypes, reducing mistakes and costs. Computer-aided manufacturing, or CAM, is the use of computer systems to guide machines in the production process. This technology helps factories cut, shape, and assemble materials with high accuracy, often reducing the need for manual adjustments. By combining CAD for design and CAM for manufacturing, companies can move from digital models to real-world products much faster and with fewer errors. A controller area network, or CAN, is a communication system used inside vehicles to let different parts of the car talk to each other. For example, sensors that detect speed can send information to the braking system through the CAN network. This setup reduces the need for complex wiring and makes modern vehicles more reliable and easier to diagnose when something goes wrong. A compact disc, often called a CD, is a round disc used to store music, software, or files in digital form. A CD-ROM can only be read and not changed, while a CDRW is rewritable, meaning you can erase and save new data multiple times. CDs were once the main way to share digital content, and although they are less common now, they laid the foundation for modern storage and media formats. The Command Line Interface, or CLI, is a way to control a computer by typing text commands instead of clicking icons with a mouse. While it looks less user-friendly, it provides direct access to powerful features and is still heavily used by IT professionals and programmers. Beginners may find it intimidating at first, but learning a few basic commands can provide a deeper understanding of how computers operate. The Central Processing Unit, or CPU, is often described as the brain of the computer. It carries out instructions, performs calculations, and coordinates the work of other components, making it central to everything the computer does. Faster CPUs can process more information in less time, which improves overall system performance and responsiveness. Desktop as a Service, or DaaS, is a cloud-based service where a complete desktop environment is provided over the Internet. Instead of having all the software and files stored on a physical machine, users can log in from anywhere to access their desktop. This makes it easier for organizations to support remote work and reduces the need for powerful local hardware. Double data rate, or DDR, refers to a type of computer memory that transfers information twice during each clock cycle. This makes it much faster than older forms of memory and allows computers to run applications more smoothly. Modern computers use several generations of DDR memory, with each new version offering higher speed and efficiency. Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, or DHCP, is a networking service that automatically assigns IP addresses to devices when they join a network. Without DHCP, users would need to manually enter network settings, which could be complicated and error-prone. By automating this process, DHCP makes it easy to connect laptops, phones, and other devices to the Internet. A Dual Inline Memory Module, or DIM, is a small circuit board that contains computer memory chips. These modules are inserted into slots on the motherboard to provide the system with RAM, which allows programs and data to be accessed quickly. When upgrading a computer, adding or replacing DIMMs is one of the most common ways to improve performance. The Domain Name System, or DNS, works like a phone book for the Internet by translating website names into the numerical IP addresses that computers use to connect. For example, when you type a website name into your browser, DNS finds the correct address so your computer can reach it. Without DNS, users would have to memorize long strings of numbers instead of simple names. Digital Subscriber Line, or DSL, is a type of Internet connection that uses standard telephone lines to carry data. It was one of the first affordable high-speed Internet services for homes and small businesses. Although newer options like fiber and cable are faster, DSL is still used in many areas where those technologies are not available. A digital video disc, or DVD, is a disc format that can store movies, software, or data. A DVD-R is recordable and allows information to be written once, while a DVD-RW is rewritable and can be erased and reused many times. DVDs provided much more storage than CDs, making them popular for home video collections and computer software distribution. Digital Visual Interface, or DVI, is a type of video connection used to connect a computer to a monitor or projector. It provides a clearer picture compared to older analog connections and was widely used before HDMI became more popular. Even though newer systems rely on HDMI or DisplayPort, many older monitors still use DVI connections. Electromagnetic interference, or EMI, occurs when unwanted electrical signals disrupt the normal operation of electronic devices. This can happen when devices are placed too close to each other or when cables are poorly shielded. EMI can cause issues like poor sound quality, distorted video, or interrupted data transfer, so preventing it is important in both home and professional settings. External Serial Advanced Technology Attachment, or eSATA, is a type of connection designed for external storage devices like hard drives. It was created to provide the same speed as internal SATA drives but in an external form. Although it has mostly been replaced by faster USB and Thunderbolt connections, eSATA was once very popular for backups and extra storage. Electrostatic discharge, or ESD, happens when built-up static electricity suddenly transfers from one object to another. For example, walking across a carpet and then touching a computer part can release a spark that damages sensitive electronics. To prevent this, technicians use special wrist straps or mats when working with computer components. An end-user license agreement, or EULA, is the legal contract between a software provider and the person using the software. It explains what the user is allowed to do, such as installing the program on one device, and what is not permitted, such as copying or sharing it illegally. Most people agree to these terms by clicking Accept during installation. File Transfer Protocol, or FTP, is a method for moving files between computers over a network. It has been widely used for uploading files to web servers or sharing data across systems. While FTP is still in use, many modern systems prefer more secure versions that protect data during transfer. File Transfer Protocol Secure, or FTPS, is a safer version of FTP that adds encryption to protect information while it moves across a network. This means usernames, passwords, and file contents are kept private instead of being sent in plain text. FTPS is commonly used in business environments where security is critical. Gigabit, often shortened to G-flat, is a measurement equal to 1 billion bits. It is used to describe both storage sizes and network speeds, depending on the context. For example, a gigabit connection can transfer large amounts of data very quickly compared to older megabit connections. A gigabyte, or GB, is a unit of digital storage that equals roughly 1 billion bytes. It is commonly used to describe the capacity of hard drives, memory cards, and computer RAM. For perspective, a typical smartphone app may take up a few hundred megabytes, while high-definition movies may require several gigabytes. The General Data Protection Regulations, or GDPR, is a privacy law created by the European Union to protect personal data. It requires companies to handle information such as names, addresses, and online activity with care, and gives individuals more control over how their data is used. Even companies outside Europe must follow GDPR rules if they work with European customers. Gigahertz, or GHz, is a measurement of how many cycles a computer processor can perform each second. For example, a processor running at 3 GHz can perform 3 billion cycles in 1 second. Higher numbers often mean faster performance, but efficiency and design also affect how well a processor works. Thanks for listening. Please visit baremetalcyber.com for more cybersecurity information and education, including a new children's series. For more information on books and more, follow us at cyberauthor.me.